Hi, English learners. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast English Learning, your cozy corner for learning English in a way that feels real, relaxed, and rewarding. I'm Aaron, and I'm Evan. We're so happy to have you with us today. Now, before we jump into today's topic, let's take a quick moment to celebrate you. In our last episode, we gave you a special listening challenge. And wow, the response blew us away. Many of you wrote to us saying you followed along from beginning to end, even if it was challenging. Some of you shared that you're already reaching intermediate or even advanced levels. That's incredible. We are truly proud of your progress. So today we're turning things up just a little bit. This episode is in B2 English, also known as Upper Intermediate, but don't worry if you're still at B1. Stay with us. You'll understand more than you think, and we'll keep balancing between levels in future episodes just to help you grow step by step. And hey, if you missed the listening challenge, you can still try it. We've left the link in the description, so go check it out after this episode. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever spent hours working or studying at your desk, and by the end of the day, your brain feels like a cloud? Heavy, tired, foggy. You're not alone. We've been there too. But here's the thing. Your brain isn't lazy. It just needs the right daily habits. Tiny actions that help you think clearly, focus better, and feel more energized. That's exactly what we're talking about today. Everyday habit. And yes, these tips will help you with English learning too. Plus, we've prepared a free PDF guide with today's key points, questions, and vocabulary. The download link is in the description. And later, Crystal will join us for the vocabulary breakdown, one of our favorite parts. Ready? Let's get started. Today, we're talking about focus and energy, the two things we all need when learning or working hard. Let's start with this. A lot of people believe that to get real work done, you have to sit at your desk for 5 or 6 hours straight. No breaks, just grind. But guess what? That's actually not how your brain works best. When you push yourself like that, your brain starts to get tired, even foggy. You lose focus. You feel slow. Has that ever happened to you? Here's a better way. It's called the 90-minute rule. You focus deeply on one task for about 90 minutes, and then you stop. Take a real break. Step away. Stretch. Breathe. That short pause helps your brain reset. So when you come back, you're fresh and ready again. And it's not just an idea. Top students, athletes, and even business leaders use this exact rhythm. I tried it myself last week. I set a timer for 90 minutes, worked on just one thing, and then took a 15-minute break. And wow, I finished more in one morning than I usually do all day. Now let's talk about energy. Here's a simple habit that works like magic. Take a morning walk and do it without headphones. Yep, just you and the world around you. This kind of walk helps your brain go into creative mode. It reduces stress and clears your thoughts. And don't forget the sunlight. Just a few minutes of morning sun can give your brain a big natural boost. It helps you feel more awake, sleep better at night, and even improves your mood. So to keep it simple, work in 90-minute focus blocks, take real breaks, walk in the morning, get some sunlight. These small habits can give your brain the power and clarity it needs every single day. Now that your brain is focused and activated, it's time to talk about something just as important: how to feed and recharge your brain. Let's put it this way. Your brain is like a car. And just like a car needs good fuel to run smoothly, your brain needs the right kind of food to think clearly and stay alert. Have you ever eaten a huge meal, maybe something heavy like fried rice or a big plate of pasta, and then suddenly felt super sleepy? Yeah, me too. You sit down to work, but instead of feeling energized, your brain feels like it's ready for a nap. That's because heavy meals slow your brain down. The blood goes to your stomach, not your brain. So what's the solution? Try switching to smart food, food that gives you energy without making you feel tired. Some great examples are salmon nuts, blueberries, and yes, a little dark chocolate. Good news, right? These foods help your brain stay awake, focused, and balanced throughout the day. But food is only one piece of the puzzle. Let's talk about how you eat. Here's a small but powerful habit: mindful eating. That means no phone, no TV, no rushing. Just sit, eat slowly, and enjoy each bite. When you eat this way, your body can actually feel when it's full, and your brain stays calmer and more alert. It might feel strange at first, but trust me, it works. Now here's a tip people often forget. Take a short nap, just 20 minutes. Not an hour, not 90 minutes, just a quick nap. It can refresh your brain, improve memory, and even boost your mood. And finally, don't forget to move your body. You don't need to go to the gym for 2 hours. Just do some light movement, stretch your arms, walk around, try gentle yoga. Even small moves can clear your mental fog and reset your brain. So here's your simple recovery plan. Eat smart, eat mindfully, take short naps, move a little, take care of your brain, and your brain will take care of you. All right, now that your brain is focused and fueled, let's move on to something just as important: keeping your mind clear. This can be hard in today's world, right? Phones, notifications, social media, apps, all of them fighting for your attention. Have you ever picked up your phone just to check one message and suddenly 20 minutes are gone? Yep, it happens to all of us. That's why we need something called a digital fast. Don't worry, when it doesn't mean you have to give up your phone forever. A digital fast simply means creating short, quiet moments during the day. No phone, no notifications, just silence. Think of it like giving your brain a little vacation. No buzzing, no pinging, no scrolling. You see, every little buzz gives your brain a small hit of dopamine, a chemical that feels good for a second. But over time, it makes your brain restless and always looking for more. That's why when you step away from your phone for just an hour, your brain can finally slow down, think deeply, and feel calm. Another great habit: try starting your day with silent mornings. Imagine this. You wake up, no talking, no texts, no news, no emails, just quiet. Even 15 to 20 minutes of silence in the morning can give your brain a soft, peaceful start. It helps your thoughts organize and your stress levels stay low. And finally, here's a simple trick for a clearer mind at night. It's called a mental load dump. Before bed, take a notebook and write down everything on your mind: tasks, worries, things you don't want to forget. Big or small, just write it all out. This is like clearing out the RAM in a computer. Your brain feels free and you sleep deeper because you're not holding on to all that mental clutter. So remember, try short digital fasts. Enjoy silent mornings. Do a mental dump before sleep. Less noise, more clarity, and a brain that's ready to grow. Let's move on to something that's often forgotten, but incredibly important. It's not just about focus or food. Your brain also needs curiosity, that childlike feeling of asking, why? Why is the sky blue? Why do cats purr? Why do we say break a leg before a performance? When you're curious, your brain lights up. It becomes more flexible, creative, and alive. And here's the good news. You don't need to study for hours to activate curiosity. Even 5 minutes can make a difference. We call it a curiosity burst, a short moment when you explore a random question just because it interests you. You can Google something, watch a short video, or read a quick article. It doesn't need to be connected to your job or school. It's just for fun, and your brain loves it. Then there's the curiosity hour. This is when you give yourself a little more time, maybe in the evening, to learn something simply because you want to, not because you have to. Watch a documentary, read about a new topic, explore a hobby. It recharges your brain in a beautiful way. And here's one more powerful method, the teach back trick. At the end of the day, take one thing you learned and explain it out loud, like you're teaching it to a child. You can speak to a friend or even to yourself in the mirror. When you teach something, you really understand it. You don't just remember, you own it. This works so well with English too. Learn a phrase, try teaching it back. It will stick. So keep your curiosity alive. That's how your brain keeps learning and loving it. Let's move into part 5, and it's one of the most powerful. We've talked about focus, food, clarity, and curiosity. But now, let's talk about feelings. Because no matter how sharp your brain is, if your emotions are out of balance, everything feels harder. Have you ever felt so stressed that even small tasks felt like mountains? That's not weakness. It's your brain asking for emotional care. So how do we take care of our emotional balance? Let's start with something simple. One real conversation a day. Not texting, not voice notes. A real face-to-face or video conversation. Even just 10 minutes of human connection can calm your nervous system. It releases oxytocin, a chemical that helps you feel safe and connected. Next, try gratitude journaling. Each night, write down 3 things you're thankful for. They can be tiny: a good cup of coffee, a smile from a stranger, a beautiful sunset. This simple habit trains your brain to focus on what's good, not just what's missing, and over time, your mindset starts to shift. Now let's add this one, the daily win reflection. Before bed, ask yourself, what small thing did I do today that moved me forward? Not did I do everything? Just did I take one step? This builds confidence, motivation, and long-term momentum. And finally, one of our favorite tools, the one problem journal. Before sleeping, write down one problem that's on your mind. Don't solve it, just write it down and go to bed. While you sleep, your brain will quietly work on it in the background. You might wake up with the answer, or at least a fresh perspective. So remember, connect with someone daily, practice gratitude, celebrate small wins. Let your brain handle one problem overnight. Emotional balance is the secret fuel behind everything else. Take care of how you feel, and your mind will shine. Wow, what a journey we've just been on together. Let's take a moment to recap the 5 powerful parts we covered in today's episode. Each one is a small habit, but when you put them together, they can truly transform the way your brain works and how you learn English, or anything in life. First, we talked about focus and energy, working smarter with 90-minute blocks, taking real breaks, and getting sunlight to power your mind. Then came nutrition and recovery, eating smart foods, being mindful during meals, taking short naps, and moving gently to recharge your brain. Part 3 was digital and mental clarity. How to protect your mind from distractions using digital fasts, enjoying silent mornings, and clearing your thoughts before bed. In Part 4, we explored curiosity and learning, the magic of asking small questions, taking curiosity breaks, and using the teach-back trick to make new knowledge stick. And finally, emotional balance, connecting with people, practicing gratitude, reflecting on small wins, and letting your brain work on problems overnight. Pretty amazing, right? These are not complex strategies. They're simple, human, and powerful. And the more you practice them, the more natural they'll feel. But wait, we promised you something extra to help you remember and use what you've learned. It's time for one of our favorite parts of the show, the vocabulary breakdown. In just a minute, Crystal will walk you through some of the most useful words from today's episode. Learning vocabulary doesn't have to be hard. It's just so grab your notes, get comfortable, and let's make these new words stick. Here comes